Paper marbling is an art form where the paint is applied to the paper after the paint is first floating on the surface of water, and then the paper is laid onto the surface, and when you pull it up, whatever pattern was on the surface of the water is now perfectly adhered to the paper. Hi, I'm Josh Huval, and I make marbled paper for books. So when you start with your base colors, the colors that are kind of going to be the kind of dominant color of that marbling. And in the case of the project that I was working on, it was a dark green. So I start with the dark green and basically cover as much of the surface as I can. So then, knowing that this color green that I've already put on the thing is not perfect yet, I know it needs more saturation, but I can't just keep adding more green paint because then I won't have enough space left for the other paints. For example, if you want to put green down, but then you have 15 more colors you want to put, you better not put too much green because you won't have enough room for all the other colors. So that means you're getting variable saturation levels, variable tones in the colors. So you really have very little control over the exact colors and the exact saturation levels. That is one thing that is very challenging about marbling, is you have so little control. So much of what you do is being affected by 20 variables at once. And so each time you make a print, you have to go into it knowing that you're trying to steer this ship in a certain direction, but you're not really in control. You're trying to coerce these patterns into being something that you find beautiful, because you're not going to have control over the things you do want. And sometimes you'll find that something's happening that you never would have expected, and then you want to chase that rabbit and you completely change what you were doing. So it's kind of like sometimes you have to compromise on what you wanted and lean into what it's giving you, because we have no control ever in any part of life. And that's the lesson to be learned from marbling.